Hello, beautiful souls. Okay, so I've talked a lot in my writing, and maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't, about these intense energies. And so I just wanted to say a little bit about what I'm noticing, especially right now, because it's funny. I've been writing now for probably the last, oh my goodness, 6 years. Um, and this is always a very intense energy time of year. But this year, holy cannoli, right? And that might look different to different people. But like what I'm noticing, like with me, is that my senses are getting overwhelmed more than normal. Um, I'm craving quiet and I'm craving, being out in nature. And my schedule is not really working with that with me at the moment. So I'm like, okay, I'm seeing that this really needs to be a priority. Um, and what that looks like if I don't do my self-care and don't take care of, what I need to really regulate my emotional system, my nervous system, my mental system. What I notice is when I start to feel really overwhelmed, then my mind takes over. And sometimes that's not too great for me. You might be different. But for me, it's almost like going on autopilot. And for me, autopilot was conforming and, trying to be the best and being competitive and, never saying no. And all of these things that I have been working for years, almost a decade, at deprogramming, reprogramming, overwriting. If I go into what I call automatic pilot, those things all pop up again in my thinking. So notice your mind, notice your triggers. Even in dealing with people, it's funny how the energy that we use to perceive what's happening, it shapes our reality. And what I mean by that is that if we're looking at things through a negative lens, then, people are mad at us or they're betraying us or they're acting out at us and um, they don't like us. And all of a sudden, our little world, everything is revolving around us, which it's really like that for a lot of the world, right? And as we awaken, we begin to realize that mhm, everybody's just doing their own thing. And very rarely are people really even looking outside of themselves. And most of the times, the things that people do, it's more about them than it is about us. So, maybe that person that didn't call you back, maybe they're not mad at you. Maybe they fell asleep. Maybe your message got buried after they fell asleep. Maybe it's completely not intentional. That's what I mean. And so just pay close attention to the lenses and the filters that you're using to decipher your reality. And even no matter how psychic you are, no matter how intuitive you are, we have these filters too. And sometimes they cloud our vision. So when I notice I'm starting to take a lot of things personally, it's time to slow way down. It's time to look at me. What am I doing that is suspect? Anyway, just a few thoughts. Right now, breathing helps a lot. And I'm not just talking about regular breathing. I'm talking about deep, intentional breaths. Hold and and imagine on the exhale that you are letting go of all of the anxiety or the stress or the worry, whatever it is that's starting to spin up. Just let it all go. Oh, and make sure, like me, yeah, I'm in bed for the night, but make sure you're drinking enough water. Yeah, that keeps everything going, everything moving. Otherwise, things tend to get all stuck. I already said getting out in nature is very helpful. Writing, if you notice that you're having a lot of big feelings, do some writing. Get it out. We're learning that you can get it out in spirit world. Have a conversation in spirit world, and maybe you don't even need to have it in physical world, because what you do in physical world does bleed over. And so, mainly, don't take things personally. A lot of us are going through a lot right now, right? A lot of things are being dialed way up. Energies are being dialed way up. Most of us are walking around tired for seemingly no reason, but it's all energetic, right? Yeah, there's lots of things that we could worry about if we decided to. But I'm noticing that my team and my guides, they keep telling me to focus on the joy in the everyday moments. Like for me right now, I'm in bed, but I'm sitting here cuddling with my kitties and my doggie. Said goodnight to my kids. And if you're a parent and you're awakening, the noise from children can be really hard. The noise and the mess can be really hard. I understand. And it's funny. So I have friends that tell me things like, you're going to miss that in a few years when it's gone. So what I'm trying to do, and it's not perfect, it's a practice, is to, I walked into the bathroom tonight and my daughter had taken a shower and there were like 5 towels all over the floor. Clearly, the shower door was not closed. And I smiled. She tried to clean it up herself. And what am I trying to do? I'm trying to raise somebody who takes accountability for their actions. And so I'm going to take that as a win, even if she didn't clean it up fully. She did try to sop up all the water and did a pretty good job of doing that. So as parents, let's just take our wins where we can and look at the bigger picture beyond today. And it's okay if we're tired. It's okay if we need to just relax. And for me, I'm about to turn on a yoga nidra, a nervous system reset, and just get floaty and back into my center. Anyway, just sharing, and sharing is caring. Love you guys. If anything resonated, tell me so. It'll keep me sharing more. Love you guys. Bye.